Guys, bear with me. I'm just got you. So I got Val and I got Allie on here. Great. Trying to pull myself together this morning. This is going to be a short Wednesday with Widget, just so you know. Sorry. I have a court trial today. So I got to leave here shortly so I make court on time. There's my alarm's going off already. So do you guys have questions? I know LA is a mess. Allie, you're in, it starts with an L, Lawndale. So you're governed by the county's crap, DCBA, right? I wouldn't worry too much about that. LA City's, everything's gonna open. They're not extending the moratorium, okay? There's new laws in LA City, new laws in LA County, and all the little municipalities are coming up with their own bureaucracy and bullshit. Now Inglewood has a rent registry similar to the city of LA where you have to register your units. So what do you guys got for me today? I know we're early. We're still a minute early and I'm like, come on, let's go. Then I realize you guys haven't said anything. I'm wondering, are you there? Are you there? Can you guys hear me?
Can you hear me, Patty?
I can. Hi. Now I know I'm not on my own.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Like I said, this one's going to be a short one because I got court today.
Oh, okay. So quick question. I noticed that Dan and Agla sent a email to all members saying that they won the moratorium. So is that just for the pets and the extra guests? That's still not, still not allowed to raise the rents or in my case, deny or refuse to renew a lease? I still have to wait?
No. What city? Lawndale?
Yeah.
Don't hold me to this. I'm going to have to go look. But
Okay.
You should back to business as normal. The differences that we are now faced with is if we want to terminate tenancy without cause, we have to pay 5 months rent as a relocation fee, plus $2,000 if they're have minor children or they're over age 55.
Yeah, no, these are two single guys. There's no kids in the picture, just furry kids. But
Right.
And their lease expires on June 19th, but I don't want to renew it.
So you could be forced to pay them a relocation fee to terminate tenancy at no fault of their own.
Okay, or or are we allowed to raise rents or no, not yet?
In what city?
In Lawndale.
Possibly, I have to look.
Because what I could say is, okay, so because I don't want to pay relocation fees. So what I could say is, yeah, sure, I'll renew the lease, but the rent's going to go up.
You can do that.
And then if they say, well, no, we can't afford it. Well, that's not my bad. That's not my bad. Not my situation.
Nose. On the nose. But yeah, I'll check into city of Lawndale on what relos would be if you want to terminate tenancy without cause.
That would be great.
I'll look that up when I get back. I got a busy day.
Yeah, no, I know you're always busy, but you're busy good because you're doing good. You're helping people. And that's the business that we're in. A lot of people punish us because they think we're not in the business of helping people. And that can't be furthest from the truth.
Right, exactly. They have no idea.
Yeah, exactly. Clueless.
Yeah, they just think that we're money hungry curmudgeons that want to raise rents in dilapidated dwellings that are unfit to live in.
Yeah.
But what do we know, right?
Exactly. So yeah. All right, because I was just wondering if I still had to wait till the last day of the month or the first, but the last day of the month, if I'm not mistaken, is a weekend, right? It ends on the weekend?
Correct.
Yeah, so, okay, so 31st is Friday, day after
Right.
tomorrow. And April 1st,
Is a
well,
Saturday,
the joke is on me because it's on Saturday.
but nothing says you can't serve a notice then.
Right. No, I know that. But I was just like, I was figuring, okay, if this end of the moratorium did not include rent raises or my right to say, no, I do not want to renew the lease without having to pay relo, then I thought, okay, well, I have to wait till the 1st. The 1st is a Saturday. So is it going to move to Monday, the 3rd? Or would they make a decision on that on the 31st,
They'll
Friday?
make a decision on that by the 31st, but as
Okay.
there will be no extensions,
Mm-hmm.
so all the municipalities are coming up with their own bureaucracy and bullshit.
Yes. And that's
So
what I'm afraid of.
so am I. It's a lot to take. Example, Inglewood has their own rules. City of LA has their own rules. DCBA has their own rules. LAHD has their own rules. So this gal right here is swimming with trying to keep it all straight in her head. So
Yeah.
bear with me, you guys. It's a lot.
Yeah. You're trying to stay afloat.
And every time I think I got it, some other
It changes.
municipality comes up with some new bureaucracy and BS.
Yeah.
But I'm trying, folks.
No, we appreciate you.
No worries. Thank you. Like I said, hello, everybody. I actually have a court trial I need to appear at this afternoon. So this is going to be a short Wednesday with Widget. If we need to make it a longer Wednesday with Widget, I have no problem adding on tomorrow's lunch hour, and we'll have lunch together again tomorrow. But today I am going to call this short. I need to get to court. And my son tells me I am not allowed to do live webinars and drive at the same time. It is just not allowed. I'm not allowed to do it. Darn it. I have no problem doing a webinar while I'm driving, except for the fact that I can't read your comments, and that could be a little dangerous. Yeah, when it's raining, I know, Val, right? Add a little excitement to your day. So I'm going to be on here for about 20 minutes. If you guys need something, pick my brain. The moratorium for the county of Los Angeles is ending on the 31st. As far as I see, there is no extension. However, remember in the beginning of COVID, when all the little cities had all their own little rules? Yeah, and I had to try to keep track of that. We're back to that BS, okay? I can tell you that Measure H for the city of Pasadena is a nightmare, okay? And City of Inglewood has now implemented their own rent registry where you have to register your units, and that's in the City of Inglewood. So if you want to serve notice or you're doing business there, you want to make sure you're in compliance. Probably going to have some other municipalities come up with their own bureaucracy and BS, because that's what they do. Someone's calling me. God love you, Stacy. And not right now. I'm alive. All right. Larso increases February of 2024, and they should be 7%. Correct. Rent increase in Sherman Oaks, May 1st. Not a chance. Nope. Governed by Larso, you got to wait until 2024. No rent increase. Sorry. I'm not going to be the bearer of great news in LA County happenings. I'll leave my statement at that. Not a priority today. I'm so glad I could see you, Val. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? Val, I can't see it. Where did you go, Val? I saw something and now I can't see it.
It says not a priority, but maybe sorry,
Thank you, Arlene.
maybe you can call me next week regarding the next step with First Fast Evict on the something house. I can't read it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thank you, you guys, for helping me see what she's saying. I appreciate it. I don't know why I can't see her.
Yeah, she says, I think I should pursue that judgment.
Okay, perfect. I'd be more than happy to help. So just so everybody's on the same page, Gavin Newsom passed a law in October of last year that takes effect on September 1st of this year. And what it says is in regards to creditor and debtor. And just so you know, you're a creditor as a landlord and your tenant is a debtor as a tenant. Okay? What they're doing is they're making it so you can't do a wage garnishment starting September 1st unless your tenant makes more than $41 an hour. I hate to tell you guys this, but people that make $41 an hour are homeowners, not tenants. They're taking away our recourse. Got it? So it's going to be quite challenging moving forward because we're going to be real quick to start an eviction because there's no recourse for us. We can evict them and get them out, but we can't get the money back. So that's going to make things extremely difficult for us. Hi, Melanie. Larso, 2 tenants not paying rent February and March of 2023. We issued 3-day notices. 1 tenant sent an email saying she's affected by COVID, but not providing any proof. Second tenant is sending payment for February and March only, not prior to COVID debt. So are we back to square one? If the city's moratorium ended on January 1st, then you're back to business as normal starting February 1st, but they're now protected by the county and they can self-certify. Starting April Fool's Day, there is no more self-certification anywhere. Ooh. Rent is due and payable starting April 1st. For those of you in LA County, as nicely as I could say this, start with April and go forward. Everything that happened right now and backwards is probably protected and they have up to a year to pay you that money back. You will never be able to evict for that money. Only go to small claims and get a judgment against them. But starting August 1st, no, September 1st, we're not going to be able to wage garnish them either. What does this mean in simple English? Get possession as quickly as you can. That's the one way you can stop the bleeding. Get possession. Let go of the money, fight for possession. Okay? I hope that makes sense. All right. Does anybody else have anything? I don't want to rush through today's meeting. I want to make sure everybody gets their questions answered. But this girl's got to be in court in Riverside this afternoon, and I don't like to be late. I don't like to be late.
Patty, I have a question for you.
Sure.
So Karen, Roadrunner Realty, San Bernardino County.
Gotcha.
We recently had an applicant, and it was a family, and the original story was that the mom and dad were going to be coming down 6 months out of the year from Alaska to be living with the son that was going to be living there. Okay. The son did not qualify by himself, so we were doing the mother and the father as the as applicants as well, so all together. Well, once we did the showing, it came out that that was not the case, that just the son was going to be living there, that the mom and dad were not going to be living there. We cannot do them as guarantors because they are in Alaska. So let him know that that is not an option. So he basically, was saying, well, we're going to lie to you. Okay, fine. You can lie to us, but we already know we're on to you. So my question to you is, how in our lease, it states that people not on the lease cannot stay for more than 14 days. Okay. How long does someone have to be in the property in order to be considered a tenant? Like if we were to do the, oh, go ahead.
Stop. How long does somebody have to be in the property to be an unauthorized occupant? They become a tenant when you accept rent from them.
Oh, okay, okay.
They're an unauthorized occupant in the property. And that would have to do with how many days you can have a guest before it's not allowed. I'm going to tell
Okay.
you now, it's really hard to catch them in 14 days because it's got to
Yeah.
be consecutive. So my documentation, sorry, I'm trying to let people in.
That's okay.
My documentation says, and I quote, that residents may have guests for up to 3 consecutive days once every 12 months. Anything other than that needs to be approved in writing by management.
Okay.
Do you know why I
Once
put it that way?
every
Because
12
it's a
months.
hell of a lot easier for me to catch them in 3 days than it is in 14.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. All right.
Nope. And
Thank you.
I want to take it a step further.
Okay.
Whether those other people are on the contract or not, you're spot on with your thinking. The reason why she wants a cosigner that's in California, folks, is debt collection law only allows you to stay within state. You can't cross state lines. So anytime you ask for a cosigner, you want to make sure they reside in the state. If they don't, it's nothing. Okay, that's the nicest way I could explain it. Debt collection cannot cross state lines, period, end of report. Okay, so it's very important that you guys understand that when you're bringing on a cosigner, especially if they're out of the country. Forget out of the state, out of the country. So you need to know your recourse is very small in that in that aspect. Good luck, Patty. Go give them your stuff. Thank you, you guys. It's what I be fine in
Okay.
court.
Okay, real quick to kind of piggyback on that. Okay. So not just a guarantor has to be in the States, a cosigner has to be in the States as well.
Your understanding. When it
Okay.
comes to debt collection in landlord tenant law, you cannot cross state lines. So
Okay.
can you garnish the wages of somebody that lives in Nevada?
Okay.
So what good is a cosigner if you can't touch them?
Exactly. Okay.
Ah,
All right. Perfect. Thank you.
no worries. Anytime, you guys. That's why I'm here. I want to answer those questions that everybody has a little bit of trouble with. If you're just joining us, and I do see a lot of people just hopping on a little bit late, I hate to tell you this, but Patty's going to court today. So I'm going to cut this meeting short. I'm going to be on here for about 5 more minutes. As nicely as I could say this, if you got something to ask me now, or we can do another one tomorrow, but I'm not going to be late for court. So if anybody has anything they want to ask, please fire it off now. If we need to do another one, I have no problem doing a Wednesday with Widget on a Thursday, and we can add that in for tomorrow. Just let me know. All right, anything anybody has that's pressing? As far as the moratoriums being extended, we are not seeing that. We are now seeing municipalities, meaning your individual cities, coming up with their own bureaucracy and BS, okay? So City of Inglewood has their own rent registry now, and you have to register your units with them just like you would with City of LA. Also, we have Measure H in the city of Pasadena that is glooming over us. And we also have other municipalities that are starting to show their teeth. So get ready, buckle up. It's going to be fun. You guys want to know the difference between a cosigner and a guarantor? Because I see that question there. Let me tell you the difference between a cosigner and a guarantor. A cosigner can live on the property. A guarantor cannot. That's the difference. So yes, I don't want you to use the word cosigner. Cosigner can live on the property. A guarantor cannot. Oh, a little bit of knowledge for you. Everybody is now diligently taking notes and writing down to remove the word cosigner from their vocabulary and to only use the word guarantor. It's the little things, folks. The little things that help us. Really, it is. I curled my hair this morning. There must be a little moisture in the air because it did not hold at all. Anybody have anything else? Anything? Can you discuss live-in aids? No, but I can discuss caregivers. And I know that's what you're asking. So caregivers kind of are like an emotional support animal. Hear me out. We can't tell them they can't have a caregiver, but we can tell them that their caregiver cannot be a disruption to the rest of the community. So if your caregiver's bitching and screaming and making loud, boisterous complaints, you can ask them to get rid of that caregiver and get a different one that doesn't affect the right to quiet enjoyment for neighboring residents, that isn't a nuisance, kind of like that barking emotional support animal. Okay, caregiver, same way. No, do not put them on the lease. They're an employee for the tenant. They're not a tenant. You don't want to add them to the lease contract because you don't want to give them any rights on the property. You don't want them to be able to talk and you have to listen. In other words, when the caregiver comes in and says, hey, there's a bunch of repairs that need to be done in that unit and you better take care of them right away or we're going to withhold the rent. Thank you for bringing your concerns to me. However, I can't discuss this with you. You're not the tenant. Please send the actual tenant in here to talk to us, and we'd be more than happy to assist. But I can't talk to you. I can't help you. You're not a tenant in my building. You're an employee for my tenant. And that is all. Don't make them a tenant, you guys. Do not make them a tenant. That way, in the event that your tenant passes away and they stay there, they're fired. Their employment has been terminated and their housing was part of their employment. So that's been terminated too. It's a 3-day to quit. Okay. Everybody paying attention? You don't want to make them your tenants. Okay. It's the worst thing you could do. You got it, April, anytime, baby. My money girl. Also, if I could tell you guys something, this is me talking to you. You know, the new round of money that's coming around to help landlords is like $30,000 per door if they own less than 10 doors. You guys all know what I'm talking about. There's a new round of money coming out for LA County landlords for the little guy. Okay. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Because that money that will pay you up to $30,000 says in fine print that you cannot evict for 12 months going forward. Watch what you're signing up for, okay? 12 months going forward. Wow. All right. Yep, there was my next alarm. You can talk when you have more time. Thursday. You guys want me to come back on Thursday and do a Wednesday with Widget again? I'm just asking. April says yes. We want to do Wednesday with Widget tomorrow. If anybody else needs me tomorrow, I'd be more than happy to do this again. But if not, I will see you guys next week. You guys all want to do a Wednesday with Widget tomorrow so you can pick my brain a little better? All right, I'll talk to my web guy. If you guys sign up for it, I'll have him do that and I'll put that out here within the next half hour or so, so we can do a follow-up one for tomorrow. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't like to cut you guys short, but every once in a while, life happens to me. It's my turn. All right, you guys have a great week. I will send out another invite for tomorrow's Wednesday with Widget and we'll do this twice, okay? You guys have a great day. Wish me luck for court. I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye.